Yeah, to me, it's an exciting time. Anytime you start a season with a new team, that's the exciting part. It's all new, and so even though these guys have been here for some of these guys for a number of years, 5 years, it's still a new team and creates a new opportunity for us together as this team, and so that part of it exciting. In terms of camp. What you get excited about is just the competition, that we get to have amongst each other, and it's a highly competitive competition, but it's fun, and so you get to go out there and compete each and every day. It's also fun when you get to watch guys continue to improve each and every day. I'd say I'm very proud of our football team. I'd say a very player coach team, something that we ask them to do each and every day, and do a really nice job of, hey, players coach each other and hold each other accountable. And when you do that, good things happen. And so we're excited. I think our focus right now is just the preseason and one practice, one rep at a time versus the excitement of the season, which is exciting. And we have a highly competitive non-conference schedule. We're going to play what looks like to be two probably top 25 FCS opponents. In our first two games, and then get into obviously league play. And as we know in the Pioneer Football League, in any week, anybody can win, and you see that in the scores each and every week. And so we're going to have to be very consistent in our play in order for us to be successful, and that's in all three phases: defensively, kicking game, offense. And to me, defensively, you got to be sound and assignment sound. Offensively, you got to take care of the football, and then be very good in the kicking game. And so if we can do all three of those phases, we're going to have an opportunity to be a very good football team.
So I want to open it up to any of the players to answer this one. You guys had 5 one-possession losses last year. Is that, and you guys all nodded your head almost in unison there, is that a motivating factor to say, hey, look, we're right there? I know it's a new team, all that, but how do you take those close losses and turn them into close wins or bigger wins this year?
Well, I think for us, it's the biggest thing is details. I think sometimes in those close wins, if you're not focused on those specific things or those close losses, that comes back to bite you. And I think that's been a big focus for us. And just we have to be locked in all times because you never know which way the ball is going to bounce, and you have to be able to respond to those little things.
That's something that we actually. Each and every day in our program, they see 4 slides every day, and it's the number 3600 4th and goal mentality, our core value for the day, and our plan to win. And for our 4th and goal mentality, I put last year's schedule up, and I said, hey, this is not last year. It's not. But we can learn from our previous experiences, and Sam hit it right on the head of our details, our ability to be consistent is what's going to lead to those close wins.
Chris, Coach keeps talking about competitive. I'd imagine the wide receiver room is incredibly competitive. There's some spots that have kind of opened up with people graduating, leaving, things like that. So just like, what has the room been like, and how excited are you to have a shot to kind of ascend this year?
The room has been good. You have a lot of talent. You have a lot of freshmen coming in that can really help us. It's been very competitive at practice. Like you said, there's slots open. So one day somebody might be at that starting spot. The next day it could be somebody else. So we're just trying to see who's really going to step up, and competition is there every day.
Competitive is a word. Confidence, although similar sounding word. I hope you enjoy this question. You have to have confidence to drive around a car like that, right? Just what? Take me through that car a little bit. Just it's got to be you drive it all the way from North Carolina. It stands out. It's awesome. How does that car reflect your personality and on the field a little bit too as well?
I mean, the car is flashy, but I'm not necessarily flashy. So I just drive my car and let it. You think I'm flashy? I'm just flashy then. But yeah, the crazy story is my car was all gray. And I really wanted it to be gray with the orange stripe, but my mom said no, it was too flashy. So I said I'll just do black with the orange stripe.
Landon, I just want to ask again. We're having fun today. He rolls into campus last year with that car. Just what's your thought? Have you driven in it yet?
No. I mean, I would say to his point, it's like that is not him. right? I mean, on the field, anytime you're in a team setting, I mean, he's as locked in and as serious as they could be. When you do allow him every night, and I think this is cool for us to talk about, every night of camp, we have a position group, and those freshmen come up, introduce themselves, as does the upperclassmen, and just to get to know them. And, you know, at times, people say funny things, and Chris is the one over there all the time, has this little funny one-liner, and so I sit there as a head coach. He's right to my right, and he makes me laugh just for about 20 minutes straight of just the things he's saying, which you would never think that's him. And so I think that's the fun part. You want to talk about, hey, give me an opening statement, talk to me about the team. Like that's what's really fun for me, is this team and getting to know the team and the relationships that you build along the way, is what's really fun. So he's interesting in terms of the two sides that you get.
Tyler, you didn't get to play much at all last year. How hard was that, and how much does that fuel you to come back this year?
Oh yeah, it was definitely a difficult time. I talked a lot with a guy who graduated last year, Evan Annis. He had a similar situation where he got hurt his true senior year. He decided to come back for a fifth year. Talking with him, being around the guys a lot last year, still staying locked in throughout the season, really fueled me to want to come back, do my fifth year here at Valpo. It's definitely fuel. Not being able to play really your whole senior season, it makes you just want to come back and, just attack it every single day, every single rep. You learn a certain respect for the game after it's taken away from you to come back and just attack everything. It's definitely fuel for the season.
And can you just take me through the pain of that injury? I mean, it sounds like the most horrific thing of having a bicep ripped off your.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty wild when it happened. It was pass blocking, it was third down against Youngstown in the third quarter. My arms got overextended a little bit while I was pass blocking. Felt and heard a pop, saw my bicep roll up my arm, so I instantly knew kind of right then and there that it was torn. So that was tough, but on the bigger and better things, I prayed about it a lot. I have to thank God and my teammates for allowing me to come back.
Max, what's fueling you this year? To just be back for another year, far away from home. What motivates you this year?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things motivate me. First, the guys. Like, I love the guys. I love playing for them and with them. And I would say throughout camp, kind of the expectations we have, I would say, as a defense and as a team. And then I think just being like a true senior now, being a leader of my position group, an even bigger leader on the defense, is something I'm really looking forward to. But the motivation is just win games. Like, it's going to be the same thing. Like, I just want to go out there and win. We all want to go out there and win. So the motivation doesn't change a lot. I had the same motivation last year, which is to win games. So I think it's still the same, win, but I guess I'm stepping into a bigger leadership role. And Yep.
You used the word expectations. Sam, I want to ask you, the outside expectations weren't very high. Picked to finish 10th out of 11. Do you even give that 2 seconds of thought, or is that something that just goes in one ear and out the other?
I mean, I personally didn't even know that it came out until someone showed it to me, and I was just like, all right, kind of whatever, on to the next thing. I don't really look at that too much as it being reality. So,
at the same time, the Pioneer Football League has recognized you a little bit with some preseason accolades. Does it feel good, or is that, again, just something where if you don't pay attention to the low expectations, you don't pay attention to the other stuff?
Yeah, definitely. I don't really like any awards that have been given to me. I don't really think that's anything that I specifically have done. That's just teammates and stuff like that. I try not to even know that I even get those things. Like, people have to tell me that stuff. I don't really look into it too much. So,
Chris, I want to ask you this. You transferred in. Did you transfer in last year, right? Yeah. So you have a bunch of transfer teammates. Now, you guys all do, right? Different position groups. How can you be a resource for some of these guys who have maybe played somewhere else, who are coming in and now trying to grow into this roster?
Just honestly, just come in and do what you got to do. Don't expect don't expect that you're going to start automatically. Like, you have to work for it, and it's not going to be easy. It's just like any other program that you transfer to. It's just come in and work.
And Landon, just what's that balance like? Obviously, the 18-year-old freshmen who are coming in, you're going to bring them along, but you're bringing in some MAC guys, some guys that have played a lot of football. How do you blend them in with your returners? And what have you seen in the 2 weeks so far with that?
First thing I'd say is this, is like, we're going to play the best player. You know, I don't care, you know, what he is, if he's a freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, or transfer, so we'll play the best player. And I'll piggyback what Chris said. I couldn't agree more. It's like, you have to earn it. Like, nothing's going to be given to you here. I don't really care where you played at. You know, Sam Johnson started his first 4 games at Alabama as punter. If he's not the best punter, and we have somebody, and that one's easy to define, like, hey, write the yardage down, you know, get off time. And but if he's not that guy, then I don't care where he played. You know, we need to put the guys that are performing the best each and every day at practice on the field. And I would say that from a transfer and team, like, our culture is very strong, and I know that's kind of I'm not big on that word, but I talk about being a player-coach team, and these guys have done an unbelievable job of accepting those guys into our team because they want to win. So, hey, we love good players, but we do it a certain way, and you're going to do it our way. And if you don't, then it's not going to work. And I just believe high achievers and low achievers can't coexist. It's like oil and water, and here we have a way that we're going to do it, and that's it. The standard, and that's the standard, and that's what we're going to do. And so these guys do a great job of enforcing that. And I think when you do it like that, they accept that way sooner than if you're, hey, kind of this, kind of that. No, like, this is it. And if that's the expectation, they'll elevate to that. So.
Since you brought him up, I'm going to ask. Sam Johnson, by the end of his career, will have been coached by Nick Saban, Deion Sanders, and Landon Fox. That's some good company, right? Just.
Never thought of it like that.
I'll just go the same question for each player, and then I'll be done. Tyler, what does success look like for the 2024 Beacons?
I think success for us is, you know, going out and winning the league. You know, it's something, you know, we all talk about, but, you know, we all know our main focus is day-to-day preparation, attacking each day, being where your feet are. That's something we talk about all the time. We're talking attack each second, every minute, every yard, every inch of the field. So, you know, a big thing for us is winning the league and then going to the FCS playoffs.
Sam.
I think a big thing that I focus on a lot is those close games. We have to be able to win those close games, and then whatever happens after that, you know, just kind of happens. But I think focusing on those details and winning those close games, making sure everyone's like locked into that, I think that's a big focus for me, and that's something that I kind of want for our team.
Max.
Yeah, just kind of what Eb said. Like, our goal is to win the league, and like we don't hide from that. Coach Fox does a great job of saying like that's our goal. That's always going to be our goal. Our goal is to win the league, go to the FCS playoff. But I think most importantly, just day by day. Like it's one step at a time. It's attacking the next week of camp and the next few days after that, and taking it one game at a time. So yeah, our goal is to win, and I think we have a good chance. And I think you know, our goal is to win, and our goal is to grow as a team. So yeah.
Yeah, like everybody said, just win. Everybody just doing their job, not trying to do too much. Win the league, go to playoffs, just like everybody said.